Good morning and welcome back to the Tony Montana channel. In this episode, with this video, we are going to review a video I came across on YouTube that relates to two pit bulls fighting in the street. This is clearly was an accident, neighborhood accident. Apparently, some people just moved with their pit bull and they wanted to do what they did in the old neighborhood, which was walk their pit bull with no leash, and because that's what they did back in their own neighborhood. I don't remember. I saw this video or heard of what they were making, the comments they were making. So I'm telling what I heard from the video. Okay, so I know that they had just moved. So obviously, if they say, "Oh, they just moved," I'm assuming they they used to do this at their own neighborhood. So that part was an assumption. But if they just moved and they're doing this, means that they used to do this over there, and they thought it was fine to do it in their new neighborhood. But apparently, there was already people doing that in that neighborhood with other people. So when these two collided, this happened. I mean, it's one thing to do it, and be prepared, and the other one is to do it and not have a clue what to do in case worse things happen. Worst case scenario should be, in your pocket. Whatever it is, first case scenario, it's for this breed, it's a fight. That's like really the number one thing that could happen: a fight in the street with another dog. Loose dog comes to your dog, it's a street fight. So you need to be prepared. You need to be prepared with a stick. Well, two sticks. But if you only have one stick, you have to wait until one of them. Hopefully, it's not another pit bull, because if it's another pit bull, then you have a bit more problem. But you have to wait a lot longer for one of them to not just want to go away. But a regular dog, real quick, will say, "Okay, I see you're better than me on this, you pit bull. I just want to get out of here." So that's when you use a stick. What's the stick? This is a stick. This is not a meaning nothing. This is not, this is something you put in the what do you call it? The premolars, in between the top and bottom premolars. You stick it in there, and then you turn it like a motorcycle. And that really is how you would be not preventing, but removing or prying open enough so that you can pull with your other hand the head of the dog away from whatever was it had a hold on. But let's look. I'm gonna put this on video, run the video, and then I'm gonna pause it to make comments. So here we are right now. We have couple of owners, I believe, that they're just walking slowly, because obviously the dog's gonna run faster than them walking. And to see what's going on, you'll see lady here. You'll see two guys. One of the guys is hitting one of the dogs, or both dogs. I don't know. I think it's one of the dogs with a stick. He was going really at it. You'll see the car that was turning stop and add himself to the equation. And again, let me play the video and then make a comment. Stop hitting him a second. You want to see that? See, the guy was pulling him with the leash, but apparently the leash just broke, because they were trying to do it that way. He was trying to help that guy. I guess the guy that came from, I think, that car. And the guy's still going at it, hitting the dog. And really, hitting the dog isn't going to do more than entice him, get him amped up to fight harder. Because, again, it's in a fight, so it's looking to win. And when it feels pain, if it's getting hit, it thinks it's part of the fight. It thinks it's it's not looking to see who's hitting me. You say, "Oh, you're hurting me, so I'm hurting your back." This is so it's not beneficial that you hit the dog. What it really, like I want to show, is that if you have two dogs, you have to have two willing people. It could be man, female, two people. You know, it's best if it's owners that do this, obviously. So I'm gonna use one of my dogs. One of the things you need to do is especially we'll start with the one that's on top. You see the guy, one on top and one on the bottom. Well, you're gonna start with the one in the top. You're gonna grab him from first to get him more of get them more situated to the right angle so you could do the following steps. So you're gonna grab them from the hind legs. You see the hind legs here? You grab that part, both sides. I mean, from both hands. I'm holding the phone with the other one. So one here, and then the other hand with the other one, and you pull them to. I guess I would see pull them over to the car this way, to the car and to the fat guy over there, but not all the way. Just enough here so that there's space. And then you are going to do this, okay? Once you have them and there's space between these two dogs, so that probably this dog on the bottom is going to be more like this way, and the other one is going to be this way, so there's space. While you're doing this, one of the people have to hold this dog so that when it gets up, because it's going to get up, because you're pulling the dog back, it's kind of like pushing it up. So the other person needs to be ready to hold and start doing the same thing that you're going to do in the second step. I'm going to show you the second step now. I'm going to grab one of my dogs. Who's coming? Who's going to come in? Lazy Bob? Simon, come over here. Good boy. All right. So you see how the hip, you see the hip, and there is a space here. Okay, that this is kind of like the stopper. You consider this going to be the stopper on both sides. See? All right. So you're going to put your legs this way, and that dog that pulled, so that both the inside of your legs, the inside of your more or less your knees, more or less depending on how tall you are, it's going to be like this. Holding and just from that on both sides, the dog really can't go back or forward. Okay, can't go back or forward. And then you do this on one side. On the if the incident with the other dog is around here, you grab this side. If the thing is going on over here, it's biting on this side, then you grab from this side. Okay. And you grab this way to control the side-to-side movement. But obviously, you try to grab more like this, but you might want to also grab this way. But depends what you feel more comfortable doing. But I prefer grabbing from the skin, because that is best. This could be making me, it could turn and make me lose, like a certain turn and make me lose grip. And then you use this breaking stick on the premolars. Let me see if he can show me. He's not gonna show me, but in between that and you do that. If both people do that, we can safely remove two dogs from a dog fight. See, he's grabbing it pretty much how I said it, not 100%, but pretty much how he said it. But now they're lifting them instead of what I said, to straddle them. Did you just hear that? Let me review that, because maybe I was talking. And this is another thing I wanted to make sure that you hear. If you didn't hear it, the guy recording said, should we call the cops? I can call. Oh, there you go. See? No, you don't call the cops. And the reason why is this is just, again, two pets having an incident here. And when the cops come, these are two pit bulls, and they're going to make a lot worse thing out of it than it should. And that's the problem. That's the problem we have as owners. That every time the law enforcement is involved, we are concerned that the fact that the breed is a pit bull breed, we are going to be attacked harshly. We are going to attack, and just again, these are just this is part of the breed. This is understandable. The issue here was that neither one of these dogs, well, apparently one of them was, because I just saw the leash that broke, but one of them was not on a leash. So that was the problem. We needed to abide by the laws, the ordinance, the requirements. And the requirement, as far as I know, everywhere is you walk your dogs on a leash, small or large. You walk them on a leash. And I think that if that would have, happened, then this would not have happened. This would not have occurred. But bringing the law into it, I think that this is not needed at this point. I think it's just, again, probably now it's a lesson learned by the side that didn't have the pit bull on the harness, or somewhere restrained that it couldn't just run away, or run wherever he wanted. It could have been a small dog. I mean, but anyway, this is just a. If you don't quiet, see, and look at how she's grabbing it, like it's a Persian grabbing it by one arm. Come on over here.
Just got that dog, we've been over here. That means if you could go like maybe around the corner, but listen, we don't barely walk that dog, but we walk at 4 in the morning.
4 in the morning. All right, so you hear that? They're like, oh, well, you just got that dog. So apparently it's not that they just moved it. Apparently they just got this dog or something, and something about them walking them at 4 o'clock in the morning. But again, it's all about really walking them in a safe way, and having the right tools if you get into an accident, because accidents do happen. The leash could have broken, and that could have happened. It's fair to say that, So, you guys, if you have this breed, if you want this breed, you have to have work consciously to safeguard your dog and safeguard other dogs. So anyway, this is good enough for me. Tony Montana, until next time.